Subtracting fractions. How do you subtract fractions? The rules for subtracting fractions are the same as for adding fractions. Each fraction to be subtracted must have the same denominator. When the denominators are the same, subtract the numerators. Now, how do you subtract fractions? See how to apply the rules. Let's take a look. Here is an example. Number 1, subtract 3 over 5 minus 1 over 5. And here's your solution. Check that the denominators are the same. 3 over 5 minus 1 over 5 both have 5 as the denominator. So what we will now do then is to subtract the numerators. 3 over 5 minus 1 over 5 is 3 minus 1 over 5, which gives us 2 over 5. Now, here's the conclusion. 3 over 5 minus 1 over 5 equals 2 over 5. Need a more challenging question? Here's example number 2. Subtract 3 over 4 minus 1 over 8. Now, check that the denominators are the same. 3 over 4 minus 1 over 8. Since the denominators are not the same, you must change the fractions to equivalent fractions with the same denominator. 3 over 4 minus 8. To do this, we're going to set up our work area on the right-hand side of the page. We're going to take each fraction, compare the denominators. You will notice that 8 has 4 as a factor. This will make 8 the lowest common multiple. 8 is 4 times 2. So we can now write our equivalent fraction, 3 over 4, which would be 3 times 2 over 4 times 2, to get 6 over 8. We still have 1 over 8. So the two fractions now have the same denominator, so we can subtract. 6 over 8 minus 1 over 8 is equivalent to, or is equal to, 5 over 8. And now state the conclusion. 3 over 4 minus 1 over 8 is equal to 5 over 8. This is part 1 in the video series on subtracting fractions. You will now need to view subtracting fractions part 2.